I'm not gonna lie, I love this movie. uh, Hobo with a Shotgun. Here we go. This movie is very polarizing. I've found. It is very much an acquired taste, and it very much requires a series of lineups of personal tastes of the person. A person like me, I do enjoy a good bit of violence in fiction. I do enjoy the series of events that can play out in fiction, which can't really play out in real life. To the absurdity of the violence, it is very comic book esque. It's very in your face. It is very raw. It definitely is a raw nerve, and it is a total ham. Well, most of it. There are moments of sobriety and genuine emotional feedback between characters in some scenes. More than that, it's a great ode to exploitation films of the 1970s, which I enjoyed to watch as a young kid because my mom told me at a very young age it's all make believe, it's not real, it is fiction, it's not going to harm you, it's okay if you watch it. And I'm so happy I have a liberal baby boomer of a mom. I don't know what I'd do without her. But aside from that, being a desensitized kid of the 90s, I definitely loved this movie. I definitely sank my teeth into it. It was a great piece of just pure fun for me because I do have a darker sense of humor. I do like if you're a fan of The Punisher, especially the Garth Ennis Max, and prior to that, you're going to enjoy this film. I guarantee it. It has so many dark attitudes, and it would be considered mean spirit, but I think that is negated by its hamminess, and it doesn't take itself seriously, and you can see the actors are clearly having so much fun in their roles. There's foul language. There's major buckets of blood and bounds of violence. So be warned. I would suppose if you're weak disposition, you don't like this, and it's very geared toward my form of humor. Yeah. And I gotta mention the main character of the Hobo, played by the awesome, always awesome Rutger Hauer, the toughest blonde man alive. Rutger Hauer from Blind Fury, Fatherland, and Blade Runner. I haven't seen Blade Runner, so be nice. But Blind Fury, I always think of Rutger Hauer and Blind Fury primarily because that is such a guilty pleasure between me and my dad, that film. It's a great. It is a westernization of the Japanese film series, I believe, or franchise of The Blind Swordsman, and it is a samurai flick. And Rutger Hauer definitely sold it. I wish we can get a time machine and have Rutger Hauer play as Daredevil, because he'd be an awesome Matt Murdock, because he is all around a fantastic actor. He's definitely up there with actors that I really do love, like Bill Paxton and many others. Aside from that, I did warn you about the bounds of violence in here. But see else here. The music I really did enjoy uses synthesizers, and I love synthesizers, especially like in Day of the Dead. I love that and I love that in John Carpenter films, because it is such an unnatural sounding instrument tone to the ears. It always brings up, it always elevates a level of tension or uneasiness, and I love that. It plays with colors and lights. There's some scenes where it's all completely red, and it uses bright lights to skews, and it uses shadows. It is definitely a Canadian film. There's a lot of Canadian actors, well-known actors in here, like Rob Wells from Trailer Park Boys. I couldn't recommend Trailer Park Boys more. It is a fantastic Canadian comedy show about white trash, Nova Scotian Canadians. And their lives and trials and tribulations and stuff like that. Check it out, Trailer Park Boys. I got recommended. Anything else strike me in here? There are two characters here named Rip and Grinder who are the Plague, and they basically look like they just stepped out of Mad Max or the Wii video game Mad World by Sega, one of the very few good Sega games. Sorry, I had to take a dig there because long life Nintendo fanboy. I take any chance I get to make a dig at Sega. I have no apologies. Anything else I could say about the film? Nothing really overly glaring, I would find, toward me, but probably some of the best part of the films are the scenes between the Hobo and Abby, a prostitute, that she befriends him, and they have a kind of Wolverine and young girl relationship, that very strong or platonic relationship of things like that. If you're a Punisher fan, as I said before, you will like this. If you're Garth Ennis. And if you're a Frank Miller fan, you'll probably like this too, because Rutger Hauer was in Sin City. He did play the Cardinal, I believe. Yeah, he did. It's a great gem of a film. Check it out. You won't be disappointed, and if you are, that's perfectly understandable. Hey, I hated Scott Pilgrim because it was being so cute. Besides from that, check it out, Hobo with a Shotgun. Bye.